Hello everybody, welcome to ERL and welcome to a wet Brazil for the F3 Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm coming to your own wire, and good news for you, you're going to get me for this race, you're going to get me for F2 and F1 tomorrow. So if you aren't sick of me by the end of all this, then fair play. But yeah, I believe it is Championship Decider Day. I've got Championship standings with me right now. It is Golden Falcon, who's in the pits at the moment, who is top of the standings from Ari in, where is he? I don't think he's even here, is he? I need to look for his name. Nope. So it's all down to Golden Falcon basically today. If he can score a measly 6th, then he will take the title. So we will see if he can do that. And yeah, Verstappen is, who we're watching now, third in the standings. I mean, he can't really claim second or anything, but he can close it up, make it look a little bit closer. But no, I don't see Ari's name up there unless he's got a different gamer tag or something. So as far as I'm aware, we are looking at Golden Falcon only having to do 6th place. And in qualifying, yes, it is raining. We don't know what it's going to be for the race. It could be nice and sunny, and that's probably ideal conditions for a day like today. You're just going to want a nice and easy race. And, actually, just trying to work this out again. If Ari doesn't show up, actually, I'm forgetting that we only have one round after this. I'm sort of assuming we still have the 50 points, but actually, if Ari isn't here, and I can't tell if he is or isn't, but if he isn't here by the race start, it's actually Golden Falcon's already won the title. Now we're seeing some people retiring. We've seen 3 retire, and yeah, that must be through incidents or something at the top of the hill, possibly. Very slippery. Through turn 4, turn 5, there's someone off at turn 5. That's where all the debris is. But yeah, I'm going to just quickly ask the chat if Ari has actually changed his username or what, because I can't see him on there. I don't know if I'm being really stupid or blind, but I can't see his name. He didn't make it. I mean, you can still join. There's still 14 minutes to join. He'll have to start from the back. So, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to join in, because it's championship finale. That'd be a real shame to see it come to just not being able to make it on time. And yeah, so if Ari can join, this will be sort of the permutations, and it would mean that he has to win, I believe, or have a 2nd place with Falcon on no points. I'm just trying to see the wins to see if that would decide anything. If it may be on equal wins, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, Ari's got more wins. So if they come out equal at the end of today, which I believe can happen. Yes, it can happen. If Ari is there he is, he's here. If Ari is 2nd and Golden Falcon gets nothing, then it will still go to Abu Dhabi. So he has to be 1st or 2nd today, Abi, or Ari, and then he can't really do anything else. Golden Falcon, if Ari is 2nd, he just needs 1 point, and if yeah, if Ari wins it, then he'll need 6th place. So that'll be 10th or 6th. I'll remind you through the race, and that is obviously assuming that he can actually get through the field the whole time, which is difficult right here, but not impossible. You know, I've had league races where it's rather easy to head up the field here, so we'll see what they can all do. Here's Golden Falcon up towards the line, not a quick lap, just I guess a banker lap. I saw someone was thinking of going on to the supers, but then sort of abandoned that idea very quickly. And yeah, right, let's get the chat up, shall we? Ian is waving hello. And yeah, say anyone in the chat too, feel free to chat. I am here for tonight, the 2 races tonight and Saturday. So yeah, you're gonna hear me quite a lot this week. I guess this makes up a little bit for last week, doesn't it? Because for the F1 tier, if you didn't know, I may or may not have got locked out of the house, so I couldn't make it. absolute, complete and utter total disaster. So yeah, luckily no such issues today. But yeah, issue with a wet qualifying is you're not really going to see any proper times until the end. We've seen Thomas there at the top of 17.2. I imagine that'll still be challenged though, especially with Golden Falcon solo down. You will see people doing sort of more than one lap because that's sort of how it works in a way. You just keep driving round and round and round and round. The track will consistently get better. There's a Williams in the wall, and that was Copter Spinner. And let's ride on board with Kyle as he starts his lap then. Oh, that's a little bit conservative into the braking zone, and he still managed to get under the grass. So it's showing just how difficult it is. Imagine getting on the power to turn 2 can't be easy, and that is a car in the wall there. It must be Jagos or Orlando. I don't know if he retired. No, it was Orlando. Dear, I gave him a little pep talk before this race, very small one. I don't know if you've even seen it, but you know, since it's me, I commented him in I believe as well as a few others, and you know, need to wheel these guys on. And he's crashed. But hey, if you crash now, then yeah, it's I don't know wait for later on. So yeah, I'm not down in the wall, but luckily not dead like the others who've hit the wall. Oh dear, Kyle. I mean, you saw the pep talk, so you've got no excuse. Come on, man. Right, well, here's Kyle's teammate, Tim Veg Gaming. Someone else who I've commentated on before, and someone who I know is very quick. As you can see, the rain has stopped, so yeah, we'll see some nice quick dry times towards the end of this. And oh, that's a bad place to see a yellow flag probably. You never want to see it unless sector 2 to freeze because it means someone's either went off in a major way or been very, very, very lucky to not go off in a major way. And it looks like someone's got very lucky to not be off in a major way. But here comes Tim Veg. He's going to keep going. The track is drying, but there's still time to get some laps in. And he shall do so through turn 1 and 2. Like I say, it'll be difficult to get on the par. You know, it's not as bad as it was probably at the start of the session. Always hitting the wall. Okay, so turn 3 was probably a little bit harder. All the guys that I wanted to will on, I didn't actually give him an inspirational message because, yeah, I forgot to. I apologise, I forgot to give you an inspirational message, but boy, I'm going to bully you when I next commentate. Oh dear, I'm a terrible person. Right, so all the people except for Sweden, man. Oh, for God's sake! Come on! You can't write this, man! Okay, everyone here who I've commented on before, that I remember anyway, has gone and messed it up. Come on! You're not helping me out here, man. Oh, man. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Oh well. You know, it's only qualifying. This is when you're meant to do all your crashing, you idiots. Anyway, yeah. Like I say, Ari, for those who have just joined, Ari was a little bit late. He's 43 points down on Golden Falcon, and he will be starting last as a result of not being here on time. And he has to be first or second today, Ari, to keep it alive potentially, because it's not really in his hands. If Golden Falcon is 6 for higher, guaranteed title win today. And yeah, if he's at least in the points, then Ari has to win. If he's out of the points, then yeah, Ari can be first or second, and that would bring into Abu Dhabi. But yes, people heading back out on track now on the super soft compound tyre. So it was fun to see people on the inters, but now it's time for different tyres for some dries. And is everyone on the pit exit now? That's somebody out on inters. That's not good from Riley there. He's probably going to want to change them. They'll probably overheat to hell, and they aren't very useful. You saw the DRS enabled notification pop up there, so that sort of tells you that it's time to be off the inters and on to some dries. We got people saying that the game is garbage and talking about iRacing being good, so I guess they weren't exactly enjoying the conditions, I guess. So fun. iRacing is very good though. I do give credit for that. iRacing is cracking, but yeah. So Kyle is taking it very slowly in his outlap. I believe he will be the first one to do a dry time today. So yeah, You know, it's okay to crash and burn when you're all on the inters and everything. You know, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it means that the guys that survived it have now got a real chance of a decent qualifying, because there's a lot of people that retired there. And I imagine Ari's going to be looking at this. He'll be on a default setup. I just wonder how many people here would have a wet setup on at the start of the session, having seen the rain. So I guess in that aspect, this is helpful to Ari, just having the wet start to qualify. And I've just seen that someone crash into the pit. Oh no. I've just seen Thomas crash into the pit wall, and he's been disqualified. So the man who was on provisional pole position, the man who was on provisional pole has just crashed into the pit wall and has been disqualified. Ah, that's a shame. Oh, that's all gone wrong, hasn't it? This has been a session of pure disaster. So that means you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. So your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. This helps them a lot, because they now say, oh look, I can just do a terrible time in the mediums, like Erlandine might do, and still start in the top 10. Vamos, they shall be thinking. But, yeah. I can't believe the wet conditions have caused so much trouble. He's crashing into the pit wall because the pit lane is still greasy. You could see when he hit the wall, there was still there was still water flying on his tires and all sorts. As Kyle does set the fastest lap. And yeah, well, you can see it was still wet in the pit lane. I imagine turn 1 and 2 are a bit of a nightmare still, but they're getting better, and people are now starting to put in some dry times. So yeah, only 10 people surviving. Golden Falcon was one of the 10 who survived it. So, congratulations. And, yeah. Ran aboard with Tim Veg out there on his first up on the sauce. I imagine the sauce will probably be the more popular choice. But to start, just because they've got better working ranges, don't overheat as much, can go a little longer. And opens up the strategy a little bit more in case, yeah, their tyre wear is a bit poor. So it's all around sort of a better tyre to use for race pace, but if you want a good qualifying lap, then the Supers are certainly good. And yeah, get used to these colours, because in F1 2019, these are going to be the only colours you get to see. Apart from the wets. The wets are the only tyre on that board that hasn't actually been shown. But, you know, 4 out of the 5 look right. So it's a Renault 1-2 at the moment, with Tim Veg up there in a second, but yeah. White, yeah, white's so boring. It's going to be difficult to see that the whites will turn into hards, the sauce will turn to mediums, the yellows, and then the reds turn to sauce. So that'll be fun. Still trying to wrap my head around it, but yeah. Oh, that's a car off to Narnia there. That must be Riley. Only Cyber left after his teammate did that thing. Yeah, let's just not talk about that. Max Wheatley out there on his super soft tyres up the hill as Erlandine goes up to P2. That's not too bad there on the mediums, and so he'll be pretty happy with that, I imagine. So in the middle sector, Max is taking it rather easily, but it means he's staying on the track and not dying. We've only got 3 minutes to go. Erlandine retires in the session. He's done his lap, he's happy enough. And yeah, we need to wait for Golden Falcon and his teammate Astronauty to come out of the pits. Kyle as well is in the pits, possibly going to change tyres as well, as Tim Veg is quickest by 3.2 seconds. So the track is basically sort of, I think, at its best now. I just wonder if how'd he done that? That's a great lap, to be fair. I'll give it to him. I wasn't expecting a lap like that, but I'm sure he'd take it. Tabo couldn't quite match it on the supers. So yeah, that is a stunning lap on the sauce, and I wonder if Erlandine was expecting that either, because he's now 3.3 seconds off the pace, and suddenly looking at a 10th place start all of a sudden. And Kyle, who was pole, he's now 3.2 back, so he'll need to get out there and start to set more times. And we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people all going for this if Max Wheatley would ever leave the pit lane. Or we're going to end up having an 8-man shootout. This is almost like the elimination qualifying in real F1. So, Max Wheatley, he may struggle here. You may think he's got enough time as Tim Veg goes yet quicker. But he's going to struggle. I don't know if he's going to make it. He's left it very late indeed. And people are setting more time for Stappen now. He goes into P2. Tavo just preparing. Sweden is out there on a lap. He's 1.5 seconds up on his last. And he's going to have a little bit of traffic at the top of the hill. But nothing which should be too bad. Kyle is starting his lap on a set of his super. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one. Because that could very well be a pole position lap. Zuidema goes up into P4. Keeps that position. And look at that, Kyle's been blocked off a little bit there by Astronauti, who was starting a lap himself, and he's a little bit wide there and wasn't really on the throttle. He's actually short shifted as well, and he's abandoning the lap, but he has to keep it going because if he doesn't, then he may not actually get around to do another lap. I assume that's what he hopes to do. Golden Falcon, our championship leader, the champion-elect, you can almost call it at this point, only needs to get 7 points today and he has the title, and that means he has to be 6th or better to guarantee it. Ari has to be 1st or 2nd, then if he's 2nd then Golden Falcon can't score a single point as Verstappen goes quickest, and that's on the soft compound tyre. Will Golden Falcon be able to beat that time? Nope. Invalidated, but he will go again. He has got enough time. His teammates off to the grass, so that's going to be the end of his chances. Max Wheatley got round to start again, and Kyle just missed out. He did improve still, but was certainly held up, so only P6 for him. But Max Wheatley, he is on a set of the super soft tyres as Tavo goes quickest on the supers. Will we see his teammate join him on the front row to make out Mercedes 1-2? It certainly looks quite likely at the moment. We've still got Riley out there. He's 3-4 seconds down. He's retired now. Verstappen is also down in the first sector. And Golden Falcon really has to do something here to get his time up as well, which he is doing. He's only 12th at the moment. Just a lap would get him up. Astronauti was 11 seconds on the pace, so he doesn't actually get into the top 10, unbelievably. But here comes Max Wheatley, who's just parked it. Where's Golden Falcon at? Did he miss him? Or is that a glitch? I feel that's a glitch. But here comes Golden Falcon up towards the line. He's up. Is it enough though to the line? And 8.3 to beat. Not going to be there, but it is P2. He'll take that on the soft tire compared to the super soft tire. And that is qualifying. We've still got Max finally getting a move on. Don't really quite know what he was thinking of there, but he's pitting now. No, he's not pitting now. Just out of curiosity, is he doing that so that he actually... Yeah, okay, he's doing that so he gets to start on whatever tire he wants because he qualified on the inters initially. So I guess he sort of had that idea last minute. So actually, rather smart thinking there from Max Wheatley. He's 9th highest of the people who can, you know, choose their tire compound, and I'm sure he'll be relatively happy about that. So with Thomas's disqualification, I'm not sure if he will start 17th or 18th, because obviously Ari has to fit in there somewhere. I'd imagine if it's a disqualification, he sort of has to be automatically put to the back, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's quickly run through the grid. It's Tavo from Golden Falcon, Verstappen, Tim Veg, Riley, Sweden, Kyle, Orlando, Max Wheatley. I'm West, Astronauti, Ghosts, Vinito. And I'll try and get the rest of it. That's my best attempt at pronouncing that. Vitinho. I'll go for that. And then Copter Spinner. I'm trying to watch back now on the stream replay. And then we've got Ultimate, like that name. Mr. Puro. Once again, maybe not the best attempt at pronouncing that one. Jim Coach 16, and then Thomas and wherever the hell Ari ends up. This is the issue with having to learn new names. I know I've commentated in Monaco here, but I really wasn't very good at learning names there either. But yeah. So apologies if I butchered your name, but I tried. I don't know if I'll be doing Abu Dhabi as well. If I am, maybe I'll get your name better then. But yeah. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of yellow on this grid, and yes, most of the grid is in yellow. So let's just quickly go through the tires. So Tavo is on the super softs, and then we got Golden Falcon all the way down to Zwedema on the softs, and then Kyle again on supers and off in Narnia. Erlandine, highest of the medium runners, up there in P8. Max Wheatley chose some soft combine tires, and I'm West is the last of the drivers on the mediums, and it's all soft from Astronaut down to Ari, apart from Vitinho on the super soft. So Ari did actually go to last place in the grid, and he's got his work cut out for him. He has to go to at least second to have a chance, and even then Golden Falcon has to somehow fall down to 10 or to 11 for lower if Ari does get up to that second place, and if Ari somehow wins it, then all Golden Falcon has to do is be up in 6th place, and as you can see, he's already miles clear of that. So it should be a rather simple championship winning day for Golden Falcon, but you never really know. It could all go wrong at turn 1. He could end up having a little bit of an incident. I mean, not necessarily one of them turn 1s where you're expected to really go for dive bombs. It's more sort of turn 4 where you maybe make a move, maybe on the run out of turn 3. So I don't really see anywhere where Golden Falcon could actually get involved in an incident. And of course, if he does win today, it would does win the title, it would be a second Ferrari title in this season, as Tavo gets a squad back, because obviously Michael took the ILR, not ILR, he's in what he was in ILR, get mixed up now. Took the F1, got there in the end. He took the F1 title in, I think, Singapore or something like that. Singapore, I think. Pretty gosh darn early. And just, yeah, it's a cyber champion. So it's all Ferrari powered titles this season. Yay! Good on Ferrari. Unless it all goes wrong, and then it'll be, yeah, a Williams of all cars to take it away from Ferrari. But anyway, here we go. The lights are about to come on here in Interlagos. Is it championship day for Golden Falcon? Let's find out. The lights are out. They get away well from the front row. Tavo should be ahead well with the super sauce, and is into turn 1. They all go. There's a bit of movement about going on. Max had a good start there, as well as Ghost, and they're still all side by side. There's a bit of contact at the back. And keeping an eye on Ari moving up through the field. Look at that through turn 3. He's hitting his teammate, but surely he'll get by, and that's a horror crash. That is a horror crash. That is what kills people. But yeah, that is the Haas driver then. Oh, there's racing a Red Bull as well. And look at that, the two Williams making contact a few times there, but Ari up to 12th place, so it's a good start from him. And it looks like Kyle is trying to go past on Riley, and he's been pushed down a little bit to the inside there, but he will keep on in there and should get the move done, and he is through. And so after that, Chaos in the first lap. Of course there's no safety car, we should really be at the point where we don't need to worry about that, and Ari has made 6 positions, and he's already working on Golden Falcon's teammate up the hill. Tavo leads by 1.7 seconds. Ari is about to enter P11. He should have no problems if he can just get a good run. You can see a few moves happening ahead as well. There's a bit of an incident there with, is that Kyle? I think it is. And there's a big roadblock. Safety car is out for Copter Spinner. It must be. Must have died on the main straight. So yeah, we've got a safety car for that, and that means the whole field will be backed up. And the way the safety car was put out there, a lot of people just sort of brake checked each other through turn 2. So we'll see if there was any damage from that. I don't see much on anyone's car being missing. Obviously that means Ari couldn't quite get past Astronaut, but it does mean the pack is a little bit more closed up. It is only lap 2 of course, so it's not necessarily going to be a huge backing up problem, but as you can see they're practically already in a line as it is. This helps Tavo of course a little bit on these super softs, because on these tyres you want as many sort of slower laps like this one as you can possibly get, because it means you can pit later means it was more worth it to go in tyres, and it means it's a less of a disadvantage when you eventually have to pit early and or back into all the traffic. And he's actually went for an interesting tactic. He's actually going to pit now, which was another sort of option you can do. This way you can still make us 2-stop by the looks of it, and not be too far back in the field, because he shouldn't be at the very back, because there are people pitting, because I imagine there was a lot of sort of Constantino crashing, but he is still going to be in the points. Like, all these people are either making their 2-stop or changing front wing, so we'll see. That's a front wing change. Front wing changes, yeah. Oh, look at that, 2 Cybers being held up, so a lot of front wings being changed, and that's a real problem. That means Tavo out there in P10. Suddenly there's a lot of backing up to be done. So yeah, the Constantino effect, I believe it must have been that, caused most of the field to be damaged. Now Landine, who pitted earlier on, is probably sitting there thinking, how on earth am I making positions up? But yeah, there he is, up in 14th. Not much of a gain, but it is a gain. And looks like Astronauti is sort of holding up Tavo a little bit. Nearly getting past was the Mercedes driver. And so that means, of course, that Golden Falcon now leads this race. Ari didn't lose too much, since most people around him had to pit anyway, but they do have to catch 20 seconds up, and he is still in 12th place, so, you know, no massive loss. And Tavo, who was being held up a little bit more, has now actually went into the back of Astronauti, and that could really cost him in this race, you know. The 2-stop strategy maybe not working perfectly for him, not, because he now has a penalty to deal with. I assume it's a 2-stop, obviously. It sort of has to be. I think everyone who pitted earlier on, and then look at that, into the pits again. He's made the overtake. We're seeing a lot of pit stops, and that is a 5-second stop go penalty for ignoring the yellow flag, and quite frankly, he had that one coming to him. So even more pit stops then during this safety car, and being brutally honest with you, I haven't got a clue what's going on anymore. I don't know what the strategy is at this point. I'm just gonna guess and just sort of see what they do, because look, there's still people coming in. Is that our Landine in the pits again? What's he doing in the pits? Is he going to the end? He must be going on to the end, right? With them, surely. Right? So anyone on mediums, I imagine, has to be going to the end, except for I'm West, possibly. Well, yeah, definitely, because he started on them. So the 4 guys now that pitted for mediums, they are surely having to go to the end, right? If I'm getting this right. And then the soft runners will all have to pit for mediums later on, and anyone with supers will probably have to pit for mediums as well. So it should be everyone should be at 1 stop from here, right? If I'm right with this. It's hard to really tell, because the first few laps have been so chaotic, and they're backing up again. And that's just way too close for comfort. There, oh, he's hit him, and oh, for God's sake. He's broke his front wing, and that was always coming. You could see that. They were backing up way too close, and front wing's being broken there. Really clumsy, and he doesn't get the safety car wild card to pit this time. He will pit and lose a lot of time, will Jerry Ghosts, because the safety car is in on this lap. Golden Falcon championship lead. Oh no, Kyle is losing places, and Thomas has got another penalty. He's just rage quit at this point. Well, while people are rage quitting, while there's a lot of chaos going on in the back, we've got Golden Falcon getting a great safety car restart and leading away, and Tavo has now got a penalty for his collision with Kyle as well. There are penalties being thrown out all over the place, and Ghost, with his front wing damage, is probably a bit of a sitting duck. As we're on the outside, goes at Swedemat, doesn't quite get it done. Is Verstappen damaged? Like, Verstappen's in a bit of trouble, and Tin Veg. Oh, that is a bit scary. And we've got still the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso, the sister cars, side by side, and it is I'm West ahead of Swedemat. But is Verstappen damaged? I mean, he just seemed really slow at the restart, but I think he's okay. So it took us a while, but we got to the start of lap 5 now. Oh man, and yeah, Ri did lose a position there, but I mean, you can see the golden P2 not too far away now. He's right on the back of all this, and I have a feeling they're all going to start fighting quite hard. As down the inside goes Tim Veg. Does he get past round the outside? It'd be quite difficult into the dive, and I think they may have had contact. Quite why they would be that committed into there, I don't know, but past Swedemat he goes. And up the hill we've got we've got Vitino side by side. That's a brave move. and he's gonna make this one stick, I think. As down towards turn 1 they go, yellow flags, and that must be up the hill, must be Tavo. Tavo, yeah, whatever's went wrong there. Astronauts into the pits as well at the end of this lap. And that's an interesting line. I think I saw a few people say that today where they just went right on the outside of free. I don't really know why they're doing that. And Tavo's got another penalty. And yeah, I've already lost count of all the penalties today. There's been that many, genuinely. But now, it looks like Golden Falcon is starting to lose that big lead that he gained earlier on at the start. So he'll be happy with that, won't he? Verstappen, I was sort of expecting him to fall back from the way his restart went, but no, he's been able to claw back a little bit. Of course, the question is, will he be able to get past? DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap, so we won't see it on the way to turn 1, but I think we should see it on the way to turn 3, or sorry, turn 4. If it's needed, obviously. Verstappen sets the fastest lap, and Golden Falcon is under some real pressure as Vitino now sets the fastest lap and gets past Tim Veg. But here we go. DRS is enabled for Verstappen to use, and there is where Tavo's dead bodies line on the exit of turn 3. He's taken the 2003 route out of this race, and Verstappen didn't get by. So we will have to wait a little bit. Ari in the points now, but with the way he's driving at the minute, he's just not looking like he's ready to get himself up into second place, is he? Just not sure what's going to happen. Of course, he's one stopping though. He doesn't have to pit again, I hope. Maybe a bit of an ask, but I think he's only got no choice now if he wants to win this title. Verstappen still hounding the back of Golden Falcon. This time we'll get the slipstream on the DRS up the hill, and then the same down the hill towards turn 4. So being 4/10 back, is it enough to go for the lead? He's already done more than half of the stretch, and he's not really close enough. DRS is only enabled now, and towards turn 1 he needs to just sort of set this all up so on the exit he can go for it. And we'll see if he does go for it. And he's not going to be close enough. But Vitino, he's really making some places up at the start of this race. He's really enjoying his Toro Rosso, and he's up ahead of his teammate now. And the disconnected Thomas finally forced out to last. Verstappen then, he's if he doesn't get by soon, I imagine that Max will probably catch him, and then yeah. Max versus Verstappen. Didn't think I'd be saying that today, but there you go. Oh, surely Verstappen has to find a way through, right? Because if one person gets by Falcon, the way this pack is, it could really start to fall into the pack, and suddenly Ari's hopes will be better? I don't know. But anyway, up the hill. Closer this time is Verstappen. Definitely going to get a better run this time. And he's over-revving the hell out of his Mercedes engine. And up towards turn 1, Golden Falcon just stays in the middle of the track. He doesn't really know where to go to defend, and so he just sort of blocks him off everywhere. And it worked rather well for him for turn 1, but on the exit of turn 2 and towards turn 3, Verstappen is not having a good enough run. So it did work out in the end there for Golden Falcon. He stays in the lead for at least one more lap. It looks like Jay Ghosts is starting to hold up this pack a little bit. Vitino is catching up and is looking at trying to get past up into P4, which is pretty good for him. He's had a decent start to this race, so I think 13th on the grid, something like that. I'll check that later on, where it all sort of come from, but I'm more just interested in the battles at the moment. I would imagine, to be fair, if Vitino does get past, he would probably catch up quite easily to the leaders. He, on them Supercell tires, needs to be able to do that. But not close enough to just able to follow round here. It's an issue. And yeah, it's what's really sort of holding back Verstappen here. He knows Golden Falcon is challenge leader, so he knows he sort of has to be careful, because if he takes him out, yeah, probably won't go too well in the chat, although it will be quite entertaining. But it's a good exit this time for Verstappen. Surely he's going to have the lead here. DRS is enabled. Here he goes. Down towards turn 4. He is on the inside line, but he just doesn't go for it. He wants Golden Falcon to make a mistake. He's cracked under the pressure. And Golden Falcon loses the lead, but he's still on the inside. And up towards turn 6. Surely he has to back up, but they both sort of back up at the same time. And I think Matindo has just lost his place. He has. And Golden Falcon, down the inside he goes. And we're going to see Max Wheatley fall right into this battle. He's trying to get by Golden Falcon as well. Verstappen leads then at the Brazilian Grand Prix. And we're seeing yellow flags just ahead of this. What exactly has happened up here? There is a slow Ferrari of Astronauti in Narnia. Yeah, that's not going well. Oh, he's resetted, and that may sort of distract a few people. Oh, man. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, careful, man. Let's try not to kill the whole grid while you're moving out of the way, yeah? So the two Toro Rossos losing places then to Timveg Gaming. Nicely done from the Renault driver. The yellow Renault. And we are now seeing this sort of two packs now, because Jacobs was able to catch up when Verstappen tried to get by Golden Falcon. I think Golden Falcon, he'll want to fight it, but he doesn't really need to, as Astronauti thankfully does decide it's a smart idea to retire, and he does just leave it in the wall somewhere. And Max Wheatley now fancies the look, doesn't he, on Golden Falcon? He's much quicker than him, in my opinion. And we got yellows in sector 2. Kyle loses the place. He's in Narnia. He's stopped. And Astronauti's out of session. Will Kyle do the same thing? He retires. Yes. And Thomas has also left earlier on. So we've already lost one. Yeah, we've only lost 7 drivers from this race on the early stages. I mean, we're not even a third of the way through the race. At the end of the lap we would be, but not yet. And yeah, Swedemat fancies a little look, doesn't he, on Pitino? It looks like the tyres have just died there on the Toro Rosso, and it's easy pickings. Presuming to get back past the man who passed us so effortlessly earlier. Meanwhile, still at the front, we've got a lead building now for Verstappen. Apologies for that. Yeah, Verstappen is starting to build a bit of a lead. Max is still on the back of Golden Falcon, and Jay Goat's on the back of Max. So certainly, yeah. With Ari 9th though, I mean, Golden Falcon can really just have a horrible accident and kill himself in the wall and still win the title, I think, at this point. And he is surely going to lose P2. Down towards turn 1, Golden Falcon defends the inside line, but Max still takes it. Now it's just about enough gap there, and Golden Falcon certainly let Max take full advantage. As Vitina gets a 5-second stock penalty for speed in the pit lane, Golden Falcon has a bit of a slide out of turn 2 towards turn 3. Gets DRS on Max Wheatley, which is the only thing that sort of saved him from Jay who's behind. And yeah, just has to hold station, the Ferrari. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get past again on Max Wheatley. So it is Verstappen first and Max in second. Go on, just switch. Just so I can, you know, say it. You all know what I want to say. So Tim Veg's now caught up to this. So you can see Max and Verstappen up ahead. Had to, sorry. You can see Golden Falcon and Jagos, and I imagine his goal is clear. He's been showing good pace so far in this race today, so if he didn't have that issue on the restart when he was off on the grass, he probably would have been, you know, right in that fight for the lead a lot earlier than this, and just about getting the DRS. He's actually just not really close enough, is he, to do much. I mean, Jay Ghosts, yeah, he certainly looks quicker again than Golden Falcon. Just everyone that's passing Golden Falcon is quicker than him. And you know, for a challenger leader who's about to win the title today, ignore that screaming. I ignored. Yeah. But yeah, for anyone who's yeah, seeing him, oh, he's about to win the title today. Why is he so slow? I guess he's just taking it quite conservatively. He doesn't need to win today. He doesn't need to be second. Doesn't need to be third. Doesn't need to be fourth. Doesn't need to be fifth. Would like to be sixth, just to be safe. Issue is though, Ari's 8th, and it's going to be nowhere near the win today. No offense, Jim, but unless something goes disastrously wrong, or if he doesn't have to pit again. I guess if he doesn't have to pit again, then he could win the race, but we only have the pace and the tyres. It's a bit of a lottery, really, at this point. What's going to happen? The safety car at the start really did shake a lot up. I mean, Tavo, he went from leading the race in the early stages to being out of the race, thanks to just